how some female skins in games like Fortnite or Marvel Rivals
Oh boy.
may appeal to the hormonal teenager.
What do you mean teenager? They appeal to me. I'm 43. This is appealing to me. Because look at it. I scientifically explain why guys play as girls on video games. We gotta do this. This gotta be fun. Oh my god, yeah. By the way, that's the reason why I played the Marvel Rivals. And I'm not even joking. It is the reason. The thumbnail is good. The thumbnail is good.
Are you a boy or a girl? A common question that many video games ask the player to answer. But in the
Or in these days, in Western games, are you body type 1 or 2?
world of video games, you don't have to pick the option that matches what's in your pants, leading to many game boys playing as game girls and vice versa. But I'm gonna focus on why guys play as gals because there's not as much data on why women play as men, and because I myself am a manly man who can speak from experience on this. Alright, let's crunch.
My theory, from myself playing girls all the time, I like to look at them. And that's pretty much it. I like to look at them. That's it. If I play a game for 20, 30, 100 hours, 200 hours, 1,000 hours, I want to look at something that looks nice.
Some numbers. Overall, a majority of players like to play as the same gender as themselves. Shocker, I know. What can I say? People love to insert themselves into the video games that they play, and according to my driver's license, gender is a part of your identity. I'm the same way with my very accurate self-insert. Now, I know I probably blew your minds with that knowledge bomb, but let's get a little dirty with the details. I'm not gonna bore you by breaking down all of the data.
You mean the curves? The curves, the clothes. I like to dress up girls. And I can't do that in, real life with real nice, attractive women. So I do it in games. And some other stuff that I might talk about sometime. Flat or curvy. I like both. I like my woman with the brick tatas and the flat ones. It just, it all depends. If the woman is nice, the woman is nice.
Data that I found, but you can see it on screen here. What I do want to draw your attention to is that 29% of males almost...
Wait, data for data.
But you can see it on screen.
How would you identify yourself? Male, female, prefer to self-describe? In general, when creating, selecting a character, what gender do you prefer? Prefer male character. Males? Yes. Yes. Okay. Prefer female characters. Okay. Most women play female characters. Most males play male characters. Prefer non-binary and non-binary gender characters. Oh, of course, only the non-binary and non-gender people want that primarily. And then the same people also mostly, second place, play woman. Oh, of course. And then there's a small minority that have no preference. Okay. Okay. Good data.
Here. What I do want to draw your attention to is that 29% of males, almost a third, prefer to play as a female character.
I mean, look at them. The thing is, both are hot in different ways. She's the cute hot, that you cuddle, and this is the fit, strong hot that you pin down. While she looks at you angrily while she pulls you in with her legs. If you get what I mean. There's only two genders. You Oh, things like that. Can you get banned? Oh my god, how can you?
Impossible. Meanwhile, only 9% of the ladies prefer to gender swap digitally. Now, 29% is a high amount of men that prefer to play as a female character. So,
Yeah, not as this. One reason why I didn't play Cyberpunk is because I hate the world. And with the world, I mean the society it plays in.
why is that? Well, much like why I'm never gonna be a famous movie star. There's multiple reasons for that, and I'll be covering them based off of studies and info from my community. And if you're a guy that prefers to play as a gal, let me know why down in the comments. Alright, let's start with the most obvious reason that you're probably already thinking of. Physical attraction. Much like how magnets can pull in metal,
The small hitboxes, yeah, Hans, that's not the case anymore. And that's under the...
so too can a good-looking character model pull in the
Oh, yes. Oh my god, this is a Marvel's Rivals character. Oh my god, this is so... This is so good. This is so good.
elusive male gamer. It's as simple as that for some guys. When given the choice, they'd rather see an attractive curvy woman on screen than a
Yes.
chiseled buffed up stud muffin. Although, nope, don't get distracted by the cape. It's as they say, if I'm gonna
Yes, the reason why I played this game.
be looking at someone's butt for most of the playthrough, I'd rather it be one I want to be looking at. So it's no surprise that this reason was the most voted on in the poll for my community. And
That's... Oh my god. I love pens like that, by the way. I love them. But you're not Asian.
to be looking at. So it's no surprise that
Okay. Okay, working on next video, blah blah blah. 44% because girls are attractive. 24% their fashion choices are better. Yeah, because it feel more comfortable. Okay, older. Okay. Yeah. You're getting flashback, yes. Female characters literally harder to see. Well, yeah, because they're smaller. Wait, is that Tifa? Yes, that is Tifa. That is Tifa. Of course it's Tifa. Tifa is super hot.
this reason was the most voted on in the poll for my community. And honestly, I can't argue with that logic, and there's nothing wrong with that, as at the end of the day, it's just a video game. I know I've picked the female options sometimes just because they're easier on the eyes. And when I was a
Yes, exactly that's why.
teenager, I sometimes bought whole games just because of
Yes, of course. Of course. I mean, that's literally why the women are there. So you buy it. Like, literally, that's the reason. Did you know, by the way, that Tomb Raider originally was a man? They changed it during development because the developers didn't want to look at the guy all the time. I asked a guy who's the most searched game female character, and guess who show up? Yeah, I would guess Tifa. Yeah, I mean, I have seen Tifa, you know, I have seen things of her. Yes, of course people want her.
Hot Girl was on the box art. Shout out to Mr. Mosquito, because I bought that game solely because of this image. And that definitely wasn't the only video game decision that I made because of my hormones. I remember having my parents buy me Mass Effect solely because of the romance scenes that I heard about when my dad left Fox News.
To be fair, that was also one reason why I got the games. And I think I romanced one of the girls. Yeah, I think one. Yeah. And I don't even remember which one. You got them right, it's Tifa. Yes, it's Tifa. Of course it's Tifa. Oh my god, look at this. It's a SE Xbox. New video game features full digital character nudity. It didn't. At least I don't remember it. I don't remember it. Yeah, I completely don't. Huh.
News on during breakfast.
It's made for Microsoft's Xbox system, and it features in some parts of this, you'll see full digital nudity.
So that was a lie.
And yes, teen rape
Yes, it was a lie. No wonder I don't remember it. And yes, she's super hot. She's super hot. Was my favorite woman. Second is Valentine from Resident Evil 2. Her name was Claire, right? I don't really remember.
Rave did try to have both Ashley and Liara. Hormonal Rave did not care that she was a space racist, I guess.
It's not racism, not really.
Contrary to some people's opinions online, gamers are people at the end of the day, and most people like looking at someone that won the genetic lottery.
Yep.
See, now you're either looking at Scarlett Johansson or Ryan Reynolds, and not me. Point proven. Now with that in mind, a guy may prefer to play as a female character.
Yes. I like this character, by the way, because obvious reasons.
Because that's what he's attracted to. And you can bet that this works in developers' favor too, since hot people can sell just about anything in dev.
They can. I mean, for the ones who weren't there in the 90s and before, there was a saying which went, sex sells. And it does. It did in the past, it does now, and it will in the future. Now, feminists don't like that, because feminists are ugly and jealous.
Know this. It's why there are whole games dedicated to thick anime girl jiggle physics, why fighting game characters dress and
I like onesies. Oh my god, they are so...
look like this, and why every conversation with Miranda in Mass Effect 2 focuses on her genetically enhanced assets, rather than her Michael Jackson face. Seriously, they did Yvonne dirty in this game. Not to mention when a big portion of gamers with a lot of time on their hands are teens, it's no surprise
20% of gamers are under 18. Who could have guessed?
how some female skins in games like Fortnite or Marvel Rivals
Oh boy.
may appeal to the hormonal teenager.
What do you mean teenager? They appeal to me. I'm 43. This is appealing to me. Because look at it. Look at it. Of course that appeals to me.
I mean, look at these examples. Fortnite is a third-person shooter, so this is what you're gonna be looking at most of the time. So Epic knows exactly what they're doing here. Many teens probably spent their allowance on these skins when they were available. And speaking of which,
If I would be a teenager and I would play Fortnite, I would also pay money to get a nice looking skin for my female character, of course. I would do that too. I mean, I would do that now if I would play the game, but I don't. By the way, I played Fortnite a little bit. No, it's not. No.
expensive are these skins anyways? 2,000 V-Bucks for a Hank Hill set? That's like, $15. Yeah, I'll just stick to the default skins, cause I ain't made of money. Oh, and speaking of Fortnite, I haven't played
That's a huge problem. That stuff is so expensive.
it in years. So what the heck happened to it? It looks like YouTube kids puked all over it. It seems like every time I blink, games and websites just change drastically. Like, I didn't know that YouTube had a new hype button, did you? If you did, hit it, it'll help the video. Now, attraction
Wait, what? You learned something? Is there anywhere a hype button?
can't encompass the only reason, as it doesn't take into account games that are primarily in first person, or that have a younger main character. Oh god, I hope it doesn't apply to younger main characters. Speaking
It does. Sometimes. But for different reason. If it goes for younger characters, it's more a thing of cuteness. Because kids are cute. But also the thing is, people that play games like this are mostly women. So at the end, it doesn't matter anyway. My skin in PUBG is a nurse, but I got dressed for a hotter nurse. But it don't max the limit like crossing the line. Yeah, hopefully. I mean, I have seen an Asmongold short with about a kill in PUBG where a hot chick did a handstand and split her legs, and then the dude from her team popped up in between her legs and shot the enemy. Only PDS like them? No, I like children. They're adorable if they are raised well, which in these days is almost impossible. Yeah, kids, puppies, kittens, they're all the same. They're adorable. They're cute. Yeah. That's all that there is. Now, if you dress, a girl that looks like she's 8 in hot pants and stuff like that, and a belly-free top, yeah, no. But I've seen a girl around here running around like that. If I can guarantee you, she lives in a household without a father, 100%. But one time I got a very hard to explain dress from a crate, and at the time my brain got to the of war. Yeah, I can see that. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, Hans. Yes.
Speaking of titles with younger playable characters, you ever notice how a ton of YouTube videos about Pokemon have the player using a female character, even if they're a guy IRL? Well,
Because they are cute. And you can dress them up in a cute way. And I mean, are there some pedos out there that do that? Of course. Of course. But dang, all the married women plus 40 that dress up in a school uniform to get their husbands hot? What about that? That, by the way, for the ones who don't know, was an absolute normal trope in sitcoms and comedies back in the day. And the bad part won. Even I'm at the good side. Yeah. The thing is, lust is not a bad thing as long as you have control over it. That's the thing. Lust is only a bad thing if you don't control it. The more you learn, the more you know.
I think that's because of my second reason, fashion. This one is obviously more subjective, but it definitely impacts some people's decision on the character they're gonna play. And
Yes. Like this. This looks awesome. I like this.
can kinda speak with this on authority, because as you can see, I only wear the most fashionable of clothing. Now I can't be the only one that thinks that the ladies are blessed with better style options in video games, right? They just slay in a variety of cute, cool, and fancy get-ups. Meanwhile, the guys mostly get a variety of
Yeah, male armor in video games, female armor in video games. Yes, of course. That's why a lot of people want to play this. Me too. Me too. I mean, I remember playing Escape. No. Uh, um, oh God, how was it called? Age of Conan. All my characters there are female, and you can dress them. You can literally have a tank, a warrior, wearing nothing but the weapon. And the game had nudity, like you were only there in underwear, and the top, there was no top. Full upper body nudity. It was great. It was great. Tatas everywhere. And the chat called you Guna Hans. Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't they?
Edgy costumes. Oh, God forbid a guy looks cute. And since this was the second most popular option in my poll, I guess I'm not alone in thinking this. Games like Pokemon, Monster Hunter, and various other RPGs may, in some guys' opinions, just give cooler or more stylish
Look, that's cute.
clothing options to females, so they choose to roll that over a guy. Heck, I remember changing my character in Monster Hunter Worlds to a woman just because of the outfits. I mean, look at this, it's like an awesome battle wedding dress thing, or maybe it's meant to be a nun, I don't know, but whatever it is, it's cool. There's something about battle dresses that I just find awesome. Oh, and this fashion reason doesn't just apply to base games. Mods are also guilty of preferring female fashion over dudes' duds as well.
Of course. Because of all the Gunas. All the Gunas. Which, by the way, would have applied to me a couple of years ago. And the female got more dressed than guys. Of course. You can make more money with nice clothing for the female characters. Because women want the nice clothes for the characters. And the dudes also want the nice clothes for their characters. So you can't lose. You literally can't. And it's not like that women don't like these. Like women gamers, they like stuff like that. It's not like the woman sitting there seeing attractive female in a game and they're like, oh my god, that's so disgusting, it's so sexist. No, they are like, ooh, that's nice. Because they aren't retarded cunts.
Well, for instance, when I was playing Baldur's Gate 3, I found the hair and clothing options to be a bit lacking. So I headed on over to Nexus Mods for some modifications to add some extra options. And oh boy, did I find so few mods for the male characters, but way more feminine-focused hair options, faces, and clothing choices.
Oh my god, yes. Oh my god, this looks so nice. So nice.
And yes, I did see those other mods for the lady models that I did not install and cannot show on screen, but you know what I'm talking about, you freaks. Now,
yes. Yeah. Oh, she wears glasses. Oh, by the way, I like women with glasses. I think glasses are super hot on women. But it depends on the glasses, not the mentally illness glasses.
all those extra options almost made me roll a female character, until I decided to play a balding Dark Urge gnome bard that's named Ganoin. I think I made the right call. Even when there are equal amounts of clothing and hair options for male and female characters, sometimes women's clothing just looks better. It is so true in real life in my opinion, and I would love to show you some real life examples, but when Googling, I get the most boring examples. I did not want multiple images of the same jean and shirt style, Google. Thanks. But assuming you go outside
that's boring.
and touch grass and go to parties, you know what I'm talking about. Now, where was I? Oh yeah. Dresses and skirts just have so many different forms that can fit into a variety of game worlds like
Yes, and it's awesome. I personally like shopping for clothes for women clothes. I think that's nice.
Ancient, modern, fantasy, and much more.
I had 2 dresses, and yes, I also played Blood Elf.
Yet guy outfits are usually not as flexible for a ton of different fashion varieties. A suit and male armor look good, but there's only so much you can do with it before you get tired of seeing something cool or edgy. Then on top of that, sometimes women just look better in the same outfit compared to men. It's not fair that they can pull off suits and skirts. Meanwhile, my hairy legs would ruin a skirt so badly that I'd be jailed for war crimes. And I'm not Scottish enough to pull off a kilt. Anyways, this fashion bias then bleeds into video games, with female options having more clothing choices.
Oh my god, it looks so cute. So cute. Which I think it also is one reason why everyone likes anime girls. Their cute fashion, which you don't see out there. To be fair, I today saw actually a woman that was dressed almost in a combination of pink and white. That looked good. But she also had pink hair and a lot of piercings in her face. So I know she fucked in the head. And she was older. Like, I would guess over 30. Or at least she looked like that. So yeah, this looks great. But also, man, I wouldn't let my girlfriend or wife run around like that outside without me. To be quite frankly, I wouldn't allow that.
choices that are cool, cute, serious, or just plain old fashionable. So for some guys, they prefer to play a girl character so they can live out their dreams of being able to afford amazing fashion varieties without creating tons of waste and backing underpaid labor.
By the way, I can guarantee you, that's all woman clothes. Because men don't just, you know, we don't just buy a ton of clothes and then we send half of it back. Because that's clothes that was sent back. Like 90-30 fashions of guys for guys, yeah. I prefer the old fashion for men too. I actually would like to get traditional fashion of Silesia, or how we call it in German, Schlesien, where about 50% of my family is from. I would like to have that. But stuff like that is actually expensive. And I have to, you know, I don't have the money for that. Yet.
Overseas. Seriously, quick fashion is awful IRL, but video game fashion avoids all that extra baggage as well as the hefty price tag. And a quick tip for you, donate your old clothing if you can, folks. You get a tax break, you help people, and you cut down on the waste in landfill.
You get a tax break? That what? Well, maybe where you are from, but here no.
It's a triple win. Alright, so those are the visual reasons that a guy may choose to play as a gal. But now let's consider the advantages of this decision that a dude may consider. To explain this, I need to go back in time to the mid to late 2000s, when old school RuneScape was new school, and WoW was at its peak with Wrath of the Lich King.
Ah, the good old times. Though I didn't play Breath of the Lich King, I played... oh god, I forgot the name again. Age of Conan, Hyperion Adventures. I have the box of the game right there on a shelf. I completely forgot about that.
You're a new player walking through the streets of Varrock and you see a guy type the famous line, "Buying GF." And you think to yourself, it's kinda weird to buy a fictional girlfriend, but whatever. Then in WoW, you find some scantily clad night elves dancing their dirty knife-eared models off in Stormwind Capital for gold. And you think to
Yes. Yes, they did.
yourself, do guys give girls free stuff in games?
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. 100%. I know it. I know that.
And the answer is yes, of course they do. And that's why some dudes play as a chick, so they can get those free goodies from simps that just can't get enough of those polygons. In some cases, the girlfriend bot or the night elves dancings may be girls IRL, or they may be girls or a guy in real life just looking for perks. And for those of you too young to know, that was a real term used back in the day, but we've kind of moved past that. In some games,
Really? It was? Not in Germany. So I didn't get it, I guess.
particularly MMOs, these are some real potential advantages that some male players may pursue, but not the only advantage.
Oh my god, yes, the fan art. Oh my god, yeah. By the way, this is a Draenei, and Draenei are so hot.
Advantages playing as a female character can have. As
If you're in the you know, mommy kind of stuff, Draenei are where it is, because they are like 8 feet tall. So they even drove me with my formerly 5'11" or 180 centimeters, now 179 centimeters.
It was found in some studies when searching for guilds or groups, it may be easier for a female character to find one, as a player may have a bias to act more chivalrous or charitable to a potential girl gamer. Maybe just because they want to be nice, or maybe because they want to flirt in group chat, who can say? And that flirtation can also be leveraged if desired to help go beyond raids and dungeons, but also carry them through harder quests and farming. Now that's not to say that playing as a female character is all loot drops, simps, and free gold, as it can also have the opposite effect of leading to harassment and negative comments by some guys online.
Yes, of course. It's not only guys. Not only guys. One time I searched for art for a character and I scrolled too deep. Yes. Yes, that's actually very easy. Very easy.
And so it's kind of a double-edged sword. But assuming you stick to text chat and avoid online shooters, you can at least minimize this, since according to a 2020 study, female players in online shooters receive 3 times more negative comments compared to male players. And
yeah, but most of them because a lot of times that happens because they are worse players. Because, you know, hand-eye coordination, you know, and finding your way and stuff like that. Women are worse at that. You saw some things you never was meant to see. Yeah, I guess.
really, we all
I personally have seen so much stuff. I almost don't get bothered by anything anymore. Which is bad. Like, really bad.
knew shooters were more toxic than those hot dogs you see spitting at gas stations. Seriously, who buys these? But they'll never reach the peak toxicity of Xbox Live on the original Xbox. Ah, good times. Now there's another potential advantage in multiplayer-focused games that a dude could experience by playing as a dudette. Underestimation. It seems that
Yes, that's true.
some players view girls as easier targets in PvP-focused modes. And since these PKers can't feel good about themselves unless they're ruining someone's day, they may target female characters. So some experienced male players have taken to using a female model in order to lure other PvPers out. That may overextend because they see a girl as an easier target. And I don't agree with this mindset at all. If I see someone in
But yeah, it's a game and not real life. In real life, yeah, of course. They're easy prey.
a PvP-focused mode, I'm running like it's Ted Bundy themselves, boy or girl. I'm just trying to train my prayer, leave me alone. So next time you see a girl in the RuneScape wilderness, don't underestimate them. Now there's one other potential advantage to using a female model that originally I wasn't going to include, but enough people mentioned it in the poll that I posted that I've got to talk about.
I bet we are now with the hitbox. What Hans said. OG Xbox? Did that bro saw Call of Duty back in the day? I saw Vid in Call of Duty. An old Call of Duty, and the players is something. Yeah. Man, I played Call of Duty 1. I played it for the story, by the way. Because I didn't have internet, and my brother got the game too, and then we played against each other, when I remember correctly. I don't remember how that went. He got angry at me when we were playing Warcraft 3 though, because I beat him, and he got angry. Yeah.
About it.
Good times.
And that's hitboxes. So the idea is that since a woman's game model is usually smaller than a man's, that must mean that a woman's hitbox is also smaller, thus making them harder to hit. So some guys will play with a female skin just to get a slight edge in particular video games. Now, is this an actual thing? Heck if I know. Do I look smart enough to be a video game developer to you? But regardless of whether it's a real advantage or not, guys still use it as a reason to gender bend online, so it bears mentioning. Alright, next up I want to bring up a niche region to get in touch with your feminine side in story-focused games that let you choose your gender, and that's voice acting. When a game
And the players on multiplayer is good at playing, but at speaking, they're legend level. Are they? Okay, let's look at them. Look at them. Both look cool. I actually played the male version, to be fair. Wait, I played both? I played both? Oh. Okay. But I prefer her. just because she's hot. That's all I need.
Has a male and female VA, the tone, delivery, and sound of the voice acting is going to be different, obviously. And for some people, in most cases, they prefer the female voice over the male one.
Sounds great.
Games like Fallout 4 with Courtney Taylor as the sole survivor, Cyberpunk 2077 with Jeremy Lee as V, and Mass Effect with Jennifer Hale as Fimsha are all amazing voice actresses with tons of people picking the female character because of their performance. Now, that's not to say the male voice actors are bad, they rock the mic too, it's just a preference thing. I mean,
Do they though? Do they?
when I heard that the female voice actress for the Trooper in Star Wars The Old Republic was the same as Fimship, I had to play as a woman just because of that.
I'm a charming person. What can I say?
Do I sound like that?
As long as I've known you, yeah.
Okay, how many times am I gonna bring up Mass Effect in this video? Obviously, this preference doesn't apply to all players or even cross all games for some people, but when a ton of games feature the gruff and tough male voice in game, it's no surprise that some players will pick a female voice when given the chance. Especially if the voice actor is someone who voiced a favorite character of yours from something else. For example, V is the same voice as Makoto in Persona 5, Fimship is Bastila in Knights of the Old Republic, and the sole survivor is Jack in Mass Effect. Gosh dang it, I did it again!
Man, do I have to I think I have to say it. Jack is the only female character with tattoos as I like. And yes, I'm aware that she's crazy. I mean, why the hell do you think she has tattoos? I like that bitch.
So if you grew up with those games or are just big fans of them, knowing that these characters' VAs play the main character is gonna hold some weight. So while it's probably not the biggest factor for some people deciding to play as a woman,
It's not non-existent for me. The thing is, I don't play games on German anymore. Because I can't stand the voices. They're so... Yeah, no. And I don't really care for the English voice actors. I mean, when they do their job good, great. If they're doing their job bad, I hate that. You know, it's kind of whatever to me.
still bears mentioning. Now, the next reason is something that I've coined macho fatigue. You know how I mentioned that some players may pick the female character because it's a nice break from the male voice in games where you can't pick your gender? Well, take that and crank it up to 11. When you've got fantastic games like Red Dead Redemption 2, God of War 2018, The Last of Us, and more, where you play as a sad dad that lost a kid and slowly learns to open up emotionally over the course of the game, you may want to play something a bit less testosterone-fueled. So you play as a woman. Now, that's not to say that female characters can't be as violent and emotionally distanced as the male.
Well, duh. Have you ever met single mothers? I dated single mothers. I'm the son of a single mother. I'm the brother of a single mother. I basically know almost nothing else than women being violent. So, yeah. Of course they can be that.
Male characters, especially when at the end of the day, you control and guide the character, male or female. It's just to say that for some guys, playing as a female gives them a safe environment for them to play a little bit more emotionally in tune. It sounds stereotypical, and that's kind of cause it is, but it is the mindscape of some people. But in reality, it's just a way for them to explore a more emotional side to them by framing it as being a woman. TBH, this group is probably a very small portion, and while it is stereotypical, it does still give them a way to express a side of themselves that they may not show IRL, and could be helpful in a way, so whatever. Games, while fictional, can create real emotional responses where it can help you understand how to deal with grief, care for those less fortunate, or they just really tug on your heartstrings. And if playing as a girl...
Oh yeah, they do, yeah. There were situations in games, story-wise, where I almost cried. Because I like the characters a lot, like Tali in Mass Effect, when she, when she ended herself. That completely shocked me. I needed to take a break from the game after that. And yes, spoilers. For an almost 20-year-old game. Yeah. Oh, man. Still today, that's like, oh my god, yeah, no. No, I don't even want to think about that.
girl helps people be a little bit more responsive to those lessons, then I'm okay with that. Alright, the last reason is a big one, and it's sexuality and gender. If you didn't
no
know,
shit.
some biological males are gay or trans, and personally prefer to play as a woman character because it just feels more comfortable. And no, I'm not saying that any guy that plays as a girl is either gay or trans.
Not that there's anything wrong with
That doesn't even make any sense.
that.
You live your life however you want, and if playing as a woman helps you better express yourself, then go for it. What I am saying is that it makes sense and has some juicy data backing it. In a 2020 study, they found that trans players expressed that the character creation aspect of a game helped them better explore their gender identity. And many trans women even expressed that their first experience living as a woman was through some digital avatar. And in a VR study, it concluded that 71% of participants found VR social spaces to be more comfortable when presenting their gender identity. You can also be
Yeah, because no one looks at them and sees a man. I mean, I would guess I saw a trans woman on Monday on the bus, and that was very obviously a trans woman because looked like a dude with horrific hair colors and way to dress. Of course, that person would rather, you know, be online, actually looking like a woman. Yeah, of course.
a furry with huge eyes and bazongas.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
As for gay men, an EverQuest 2 survey found that homosexual players were more likely to gender swap than heterosexual players. Games are all about escapism, so they can help people with different gender identities or sexualities truly express themselves. Isn't that why we play video games anyways? To experience being somebody we'd rather be? For example, I don't play Animal Crossing just cuz. I do it to experience being a homeowner, which I'd rather be, but that's not happening anytime soon.
Unless the market collapses, which it won't. The government doesn't want that.
Now, I know that I said that that was the last one, but I do actually have one more that I found that I couldn't fit anywhere else, and that
Oh, here it comes.
reason is comedy and irony. Some guys just find it funny to play as a girl, not because being a woman is inherently funny, but because playing as the opposite gender can be kind of hilarious. It's a trope in cartoons for a reason.
Yeah, I can totally see that. Totally. 100% I can see that. Yes. 100%. Absolutely.
Y'all.
Who cares what you think? You're a girl now.
That's so good. That's so good.
I don't know how to explain this other than saying that some guys just find it pretty funny to play as a woman and joke about how NPCs are just so into them and how they are just so hot and pretty. I've seen plenty of YouTubers make those kinds of jokes and they're pretty funny in context, and I don't know what to say.
And my eye makeup is like running down my face. You know why?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, no. We all know why. It went too deep. When it's so deep, it hurts. Oh.
It's like how a girl may play as a guy and joke about how handsome they are and how totally massive their wang is, which I have also heard and laughed with. It's some easy, funny humor, and with a group of friends, it can make a play session even more fun. And those are all of the main reasons that a guy may choose to play as a gal in a video game. But I'm not done yet. Because while there is less data on this, I did get some info from my community on why a woman may choose to play as a man, so let's fire those off real quick. A woman
Because she's horny. Or she doesn't want to be harassed. I think that's these are the two reasons.
may play as a guy to avoid potential harassment or different treatment, good or bad, just because she's a girl. Or perhaps they too like looking at a nice, attractive model, and for them, a male model fits the bill best. Then again, maybe they just feel more comfortable playing as a man. Or they prefer more cool and edgy looking outfits, and male attire tends to lean that way more. To really
Good night, Jesse.
Summarize it from what I heard in my poll and what I read online, all the reasons that a guy may play as a gal are the same reasons that a gal may play as a guy. But for some reason, there's a higher percentage of guys that are influenced by these factors when compared to the ladies, and that reason eludes me. Maybe guys just care more about playing as somebody that they find physically attractive. Or maybe
Yes. We want to look at someone that's attractive to us. And that's woman. Now, what would be interesting is to have to actually find out if the guys that play as man or woman, if they are in relationships or virgins and stuff like that. That would be interesting, because I can tell you, even though I had the looks, I wasn't a womanizer. So that might also be a factor why I played a lot of female characters, You can't have it in real life, so you have it in the game. Might also be a factor.
since many games that only have a single character choice feature a male protagonist, this causes a lot of guys to choose to play as a woman when given the chance, thus causing the difference. Or maybe it's something else entirely, or a combination of all the reasons. Let me know what you think. Okay, now that is everything on why a guy may choose to play as a gal digitally. I hope you learned something, and know that it's more than okay to play as whatever gender you want to online for whatever reason. If you liked the video, remember to like, subscribe, and hype the video. These plugs are just getting longer and longer, and I hate it. Oh, and comment any other video suggestions down below. The next video is either going to be about Night City, GTA, or Spore. I usually hold polls to, gauge interest on what video ideas there are, so look out for those. But until next time, I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of the day, and stay awesome, y'all.
Y'all, nice video. Nice video. Really nice. Really, really nice.